Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Deriving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you today, man. We're going to have a ton of fun. Got a bunch of basketball to break down. Got some UConn to break down. Got some updates here coming from Stores, Connecticut, and it ain't good, Hoss. All right, but as always, before we look forward, got to look back. Take a look at how we did yesterday. 2-2. Paolo showed out last night. Gets the Lakers over 33.5 points, rebounds. Got that one. Josh Giddey over 1.5 threes. Got that one. And then DeMar DeRozan and LeBron James, neither of them hit a three. So we missed both of those. Go 2-2. And yeah, that's how it ends. But it's all right. Not bad. The Discord, again, I know we say it every day. Make sure and join it. It is free. It is a ton of fun. Scan that QR code right there, and you could get betting all day long. And the whole crew, man, it's a ton of fun. A place to go, man. If you've never used Discord before, I promise you, it's really, really easy. Just join in. It is absolutely free and worth your time, man. I assure you there. Now, on top of that, we will have a crew exclusive live tonight. All right, 8 p.m. Eastern. Join us. It's going to be a ton of fun. Live bet some games, talk ball, talk bread, talk whatever, man. It's a ton of fun. I assure you. If you want to be a part of that, click the link in the show description below. It's like $5 a month, man. What is that? 4 cents a day? 4 cents a day. Come on, join in, man. It's a ton of fun. All right. So that is what we have. Let me pull myself up here full screen because, all right, now, first off, yeah. So talking about Juju over there at USC, the women's basketball team, tore ACL, absolutely brutal. That is terrible for one hell of a good basketball player in a team, going for a title. Yeah, shout out to her in terms of we're all thinking about you. Obviously, I hate to see that for anybody, but especially somebody that good of a player, man. Yeah, Juju Watkins, tough. All right. Picks time, as we say. You know what? Most shows they put the picks at the end of the show because their content stinks, and they got to make you sit here and watch the whole show. We ain't sweating that one. Let's get it right up front. Let's go. Okay, so let me pull this full screen here. All right, so we got 3 plays, NBA. We will have plenty more today at 3 p.m. Eastern. As we have our normal Driving the Nightline afternoon show to get all of our best bets. But, I mean, you got to have a few here, right? All right, so let's talk about this one real quick, okay? And I'm going to pull myself here. Whoa, we don't need that large of your boy. We're going crazy here. There we go. All right, so tonight we have the Warriors heading to Miami to play the Heat. What does that mean? The return of Jimmy Butler to apparently the place that he hates more than anywhere else on planet Earth. Now, most people are going to go with Jimmy Butler props, and I totally understand it. They're already juiced, and they're going to continue to be juiced as people realize that game is tonight. So I'm going to zig where everyone else might zag. All right, I'm going to take Draymond Green over 6.5 rebounds at -105. Big Dre has been a monster, grabbing boards. And I think that he's going to have a big one tonight. Now, I'm not saying that Jimmy doesn't. Understand that. I think it's going to be a heck of a game. But the pricing is very much more in Draymond's favor because there's going to be so many eyeballs and bets that are on big Jimmy Butler. So I'm going to take Draymond here over 6.5 rebounds. All right. Now, Warriors, money line. Rockets, money line, +100. I'm not messing with the spread, especially in that Warriors game. And I'm not going to mess with spread of Houston either. All right. I think both these teams do win the game. Now, yeah, Steph Curry out. So, again, I do think the Warriors are still going to get this one. And that means that you're probably going to get a whole lot more of Jimmy Butler. But I am going to take the Warriors on the money line, and I'm going to take the Rockets on the money line. Put those two together at +100. If you want to mix and match and take the Warriors out of this one, totally get it. You could put you could look at Cleveland. Be careful there. Make sure to pay attention. And again, this is why we don't put too terribly many NBA bets in the morning. Because, yeah, man, you just don't know what you're going to get to the afternoon. But we'll take the Warriors money line, Rockets money line, plus 100. Finally, Desmond Bane. All right, of the Grizz, Memphis Grizzlies. I'm gonna take him over 2.5 threes tonight at plus 100. So those are our picks for today. And like I said, we have plenty more today. 3 p.m. Eastern, driving the night line. Have all of our bets coming in for tonight for the NBA. Now, 2 things real quick. Number 1, we're on a shot clock of when this internet could or could not go out. So I do appreciate everybody who has rolled with me in regards to that. This is the last day that we're going to deal with that, but I just want to explain real quick. The reasoning being is that, a one-man operation here, man, it just eats so many resources, man. Not only the entire production of the show, the videos, graphics, slides, hosting, streaming, all of that together on one. Yeah, dude, it just eats it up. But we got to fix. I think we'll be all right. So we're just going to get through this morning show, all right, and get ourselves ready to go. And if we could beat it today, we're good to go. So there we go. All right, One in Stripe says, just pick the winner of 4 games each day. No spreads, but a neat way to earn points. Yep, it is, man. It is. Liddy, got to be here. Now, look, the Lakers last night, man. Luka got his threes. The Lakers first quarter handled it again. Now the second half wasn't too nice for him, but yeah, man. Lakers first quarter, that side of the day continues to roll. Big Aaron Bailey says, we're all good. I think I've got a fix for it. I've been working on it. Yesterday we were able to bob and weave there a little bit and get it up, but I think we're going. So if we could just beat it this morning, we're gonna be all right. Cade said, doing awesome work, but hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Big time, big time, big time. Scott says, love the show. I love the show too. Scott, I love all of you, man. Appreciate you, buddy, for sure. My man, Big Robert Bibbo, I'm just here so I don't get fined. One of the best ones of all time. My man, Big Raymond Jones says, Najee Marshall, 50-plus points, has hit 10 games in a row. Ooh, that's a great set. See, that's why it's all of us together, man, because, dude, y'all are great bettors too, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's good. And that's another reason why to sign up for the Discord, absolutely free, because you get so many good nuggets and bets coming in there every single day. Okay. Now, what we absolutely do need to get to, okay, first, because we're going to look at updated lines for the NCAA tournament, but we need to get to the headlines because UConn, we talked about it yesterday, and it took no time for all of this to start unraveling even more. Let's go ahead and get it, man. Take a look. So yesterday we introduced, the video of Danny Hurley yelling, the refs effed us, blah, blah, blah. And we saw that. Now, what happens after that? UConn, all right, sports information director, Bobby Mullen, all right, called up that reporter that had the video, all right, that we showed on or at least we showed this tweet. We didn't want to show his video because that belongs to his news network. But, the SID threatened to ruin the life of said reporter if he did not take the video down. He even tweeted it, all right? Ended up deleting that tweet, but he tweeted it making fun of the threat, all right, that he gave old boy, the reporter. Yeah, all right, let me pull this here. Half screen. Yeah, even tweeted it. Now, he deleted that tweet, and you want to know why? Here's why. Because, the NCAA and the Raleigh police launched an investigation into said sports information director and UConn's entire athletic department, all right, following the Huskies' loss. All right, we saw it. Dan Hurley, expletive-filled rant, blah, blah, blah. All right, Director of men's basketball communications, Bobby Mullen, demanded the deletion of the video and threatened the reporter, saying that he'd, quote, ruin his life. Well, that reporter here, Rob Reinhardt, says, I'm told the NCAA is considering a possible postseason ban, lost scholarship spots. We'll see about that. Local law enforcement is also investigating the matter, as making threats is illegal in the state of North Carolina. And that's what we're going to get to right there, because I'm going to tell you how this goes down. All right. So this is what happens. Exactly what we talked about yesterday. All right. When you run a program and everybody is just dealing with anger and dealing with it's always someone else's fault, take a look at the SID right here. All right. Bobby Mullen. Yep. But no. Yeah, it's the reporter's fault for filming, all right, what Danny Hurley did. Now, nothing's going to happen to Danny Hurley. Absolutely nothing. But Chris Carter said it best, all right? In life, you need a fall guy. And this is your fall guy right here for all the issues going on with Danny Hurley and everybody just all over his ass. This is your fall guy. But, all right, I'm going to tell you how, all right, these departments work through PR nightmares, okay? Because let me say this. There's a lot of players, all right, either heading to the NBA from UConn. I mean, 100%, right? Like, they're going to have a new team next year. But Danny Hurley's got the 4th-ranked recruiting class in the country. Or, I'm sorry, 3rd-ranked recruiting class in the country coming in. Nothing's happening to Danny Hurley. But this guy is toast, all right? And how the athletic department is going to handle it is this, is you either go 2 ways, okay? Come to a fork in the road, okay? You either fire him immediately, all right, and get ahead of it, which they haven't done, all right? What they will do now, instead of taking that path, okay, they'll take the next path, which is the police are investigating. So what that does is it gives you time, okay? It gives you absolute time. You don't have to make a statement. You can, and I wouldn't be surprised to see UConn release, hey, we're looking into the matter. Police are investigating. No comment until, we get all the information, et cetera, which is the right thing to do legally and from a public relations perspective, because what it does is it buys you time 100%. What it buys you time to do is 2 things internally, okay? What UConn is currently doing right now is really taking the legal approach. Number 1, where was this threat made? Was it a phone call? Was it a tweet? Where did the actual threat come, and can it be proved? Okay. Exactly. If you mailed a letter, which obviously he didn't, right? But can it be proved? Is there a telecommunication, all right, receipt of this threat, or was it made by a telephonic, right? Did he make a call? Okay. That's number 1. The tweet ain't going to help. Let me just tell you that. All right. This guy's probably toast. Because why? He's not Danny Hurley. Now, we talked about it. Danny Hurley, all right, all that, that loudness and everything that he brings. Well, he also has 2 titles, okay? And that goes a long way. This guy ain't got 2 titles. You could replace him. There might not be another Danny Hurley walking around, but you could replace this guy, all right? So that's what they're going to do. All right. Is it provable, the threat, very easily, which it seems that there's at least something there. I don't know, how he made said threat. And then number 2, what does his contract look like? All right. And we're talking about, the director of communications. All right. They're thinking, how do we get out of this? All right. And fire him for cause, right? We don't have to pay him any money. We could just get out of it, be done with it, and go. That's what they're also looking at, which, again, he's a director of communications. He's not a coach, right? So, his employment, I don't know how it is in the state of Connecticut, but, if it's at will, I mean, you're toast, right? But they don't have to do anything right now, okay? You got time. The investigation buys you time. What they're going to do, though, is they're also going to counteract this kind of rough news. And you want to massage it, so to say, right? Perfect way for a distraction, and this is my guess, is that there's a whole lot of celebration over the women's team today. Paige Buckers, all of that. And look, I'm not saying she or any of them have anything to do with anything. I'm saying that the athletic department needs just a little bit of a positive distraction, and that's a perfect time for it, just to buy them a couple days. What you don't want to do, though, is fire this guy during March Madness. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, okay? You don't want to do it during. If you're going to do it, you do it right before the games, okay? You announce it, and then once the first game starts and everybody's talking about basketball, it absolutely covers all of it, right? Nobody's going to be talking about that anymore. They're going to be talking about basketball. So look for that. That's how the department is going to handle that. I just thought that everybody would have a little fun with, kind of taking a look at how to handle a PR disaster. That's exactly what they're going to do. So watch the UConn athletic department and what they go about doing. Now, it's enough of that, man. All right. That's a lot of fun. Well, it's somewhat fun just looking at the inside, but just a brutal situation. And again, that's what happens, man, when you just have everyone on edge. It's just not good. Hurley could have easily just walked off and been fine. Could have done it. And we're not dealing with any of this whatsoever. And now it just seems to snowball day after day after day. Something else stupid comes out, right? But again, I'm not putting all that on Hurley, and they definitely ain't firing him. I doubt they even have any punishment for UConn, to be honest with you. They're just going to get rid of this guy. You're a fall guy, pal. And the tough part is that in the world of public relations, when you are a public relations disaster and you want to be the director of public relations communications, that's a tough application to fill out on your next job. All right, let's get into analytics. Let's talk a little bit about the NCAA tournament and the Sweet 16. All right, there we go. Okay. So let's jump in Thursday here. We've got a little bit of line movement, and I won't go deep into these because we did that yesterday. We got time to do it. But all right, BYU at Alabama. All right, that line has jumped. Was 4.5 now. Alabama a 5.5 point favorite. Total 175.5. Maryland and Florida. Florida 6.5 point favorite. Total 156.5. Arizona, Duke a 9.5 point favorite, stayed. Total of 153.5. And then finally, you've got Arkansas, Texas Tech 5.5 point favorite. Total of 147.5. All right, take a look there. And again, that Florida's probably going to go up. You're going to start to see, Liddy right there, exactly right. Florida -7 in your book. Yeah, I think that Florida's going to go, but we'll see. Generally, these lines don't move too terribly much because you got them all under double digits. You're looking at probably 1 point, 1.5 max, probably across the board. On Friday, Ole Miss, Michigan State 3.5 point favorite. Tennessee and Kentucky, that has stayed the same. Tennessee 4.5 point favorite, total 144.5. I believe that total's jumped up a point. Michigan, Auburn 8.5 point favorite, 153.5. And then Purdue and Houston a 7.5 point favorite, total of 132.5. So drop your thoughts in the chat, comments, wherever, in regards to the tournament. Let's see. Hard Rock has Alabama 5 point favorite, but -115. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're going to see. I'm interested to see. All right, let me pull that back up. I'm interested to see if books give out like even numbers, and I don't mean 2, 4, 6. I mean, without a hook. I'm fascinated to see if any books go that route. Because pushes are interesting. And I'll tell you this. Pushes don't help books in regards to their biggest threats, and those are parlays. All right, because pushes, obviously, you cancel that leg out. All right. Books want hooks. Hooks destroy parlays, right? Pushes don't help them too terribly much. But we'll find out, man. We will see. All right. So those are the college plays again. Sweet 16 starts on Thursday night. So we got time on that one to break those down. Now, again, we don't have a ton of NBA to go off of because it's so dangerous. And I don't want everybody to be in a tough spot of making a bunch of early bets, right? But when you're looking at it, it's number one, that's why we have a 3 p.m. Eastern show, right? But I just don't want anybody to get stuck here because I think you're going to see a lot of movement today for sure. Now, like I want to break them down, but I don't because I don't want to get anybody stuck in a tough spot. Let me pull up college basketball one more time to just take a look here at Thursday. When we look here and we look at parlays, like, okay, pull myself here on screen. When you look at these parlays, well, the numbers are low. They're tough to see. If you were putting together a 2-leg parlay for Thursday, what would you do? Where would you go with it? On Monday, I put out picks that I had Duke money line, Florida money line, and Houston money line for Thursday and Friday. My man Ben says parlay. You say I know, right? If you had to go for just Thursday, right? So like I said, yesterday I put in a parlay, Florida money line, Duke money line, and then Houston money line, but that one is on Friday. If you were going just Thursday, where would you go? And if you're going like 2-leg, right? Big John says John Moran is still out. Bang. Yep, absolutely, man. That number is going to go up. Yeah. Okay. If pull it here. 2 legs Thursday. All right, let's start it here. Duke money line, I feel like, is where everyone's going to want to go, and I totally get it. Minus 475 is tough if you're trying to go with a 2-leg parlay. I think I would go Florida money line, and what do we have there? Minus 285. I think I would go Florida money line. And Alabama money line. How do we feel about Alabama BYU? Or Texas Tech? Curtis, I think that you might be onto something there. Right? Like, okay, let's just say that we're having a 2-leg parlay. Okay. Who do you trust? Like, and we're gonna use Florida for one of them. And look, my Matty boy said, "Boo!" I know. I felt bad even saying it, bro. If we were going Florida on one of them, do you trust Texas Tech money line more over Arkansas, or Alabama money line more over BYU? Duke minus 3.5 to win by at least 2 possessions. Raven says Alabama spread all day long. Alabama could score a lot of points. Now, they gave up a lot more points to St. Mary's than I thought that they would. Even though, I mean, Alabama's given up, points all year. And I don't say that negatively. I mean, that's just their style. They score a ton of points, right? Yeah, I'm fascinated with this. Like, BYU and Arkansas are 2, quote unquote, how long they gonna be here teams. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm fascinated. The Texas Tech Final Four bound. Tony, I like Texas Tech more than Bama. There was that. That's true, Matty boy. You're right. My man, Big Pat, BYU first half. Jared says I trust Texas Tech over Bama. Like that Florida. Yeah, Texas Tech. Yeah, Curtis might have been spot on with that Texas Tech. Like, man, I've seen Arkansas all year long. They're playing way over their heads. And I don't say that negatively. Like, John Calipari's a good basketball coach. You know what? There's some pride there with John Calipari as well, and how all that went down. Leaving Kentucky, he's a prideful guy. Arkansas playing its ass off. But Texas Tech's really good. I'm with you. My man Bibbo, Florida minus 3.5. Halftime, Jesus, minus 6.5. Official pick. Okay, there you go. Can't defend, yeah. Bama cannot. Dude, they can't. I mean, it's crazy. Like, Vanderbilt had more of a handle on St. Mary's than Bama did. And Petty lost. But Bama can score. Like, they could just keep going, man. Joe says gonna be all chalk winning. Yeah. My man Matt, roll tide. There you go. I mean, Bama's good. They can score so many damn points, man, and quickly too. Like it's it's ironic seeing, I've seen it all year with Bama. Like teams will, takes them a bit and, a lot of effort, get those 2 points. And Bama just rolled out and hit a three. Like just bury it. Like, and just not think twice about anything. It's like, yeah, keep doing that. Keep efforting. Johnson falls -4.5. There you go. Bama will give up 90 in a YMCA pickup game. I mean, they'll give up points. It ain't no lie. Raven, Alabama, Florida, Duke, and Arkansas spreads are first half team totals. There you go. Okay. Bama. Excuse me. That's what it came down to me. Like, and I know, that's like, cliche. Oh, they're going to outscore. They're going to win. Yeah. But, I mean, you got to do it. And Bama's tough to deal with, man. Wayne, yeah. Arkansas, dude, you ain't lying there, man. AB, no Tyson chicken. I know, right? Oh, dude, Spell. That's funny, man. Zona's getting rocked by Duke. You want to know a stat? Let's go ahead and get to our stat of the day. We'll jump right back to this, right? Because I want to take a look at Friday too. But I'm glad, Rick, that you brought up Duke. Check this out. Duke's covered the spread 10 straight games when Cooper Flagg's healthy. All right. So we took out the Georgia Tech game where Flagg was hurt immediately. And then the North Carolina game. Yeah. Like when he's playing, their ass is covered. They even covered against Louisville without him. Duke covers spreads, man. They win big. So I wanted to get the stat up there. Duke handles the damn business. What do we got? We got a saddle up. What do we got? All right, hold on. Let me hit it. Drop in the chat what exactly that it is. All right, we got Liddy and Matty Boy. Okay. Yeah, drop in the chat what it is. Let me go ahead and hit that. Saddle up. Love we have a good showdown in the chat. All right, Matty Boy says, Gators and the beautiful Maryland Terrapins. Shout out Ralph Friedgen. Yeah, what do we got? Jason, good morning, buddy. Good to see you. All right, so are we just going straight? We're going with the number? Add it up here. All right. That's the showdown between Maddie and Liddy. 6.5. All right. Oh, Gators Terps money line. Oh, Matty Boy, get some points there, baby. All right. For Liddy, Terps, Matty going money line. Okay. All right. All right. What's the well, we'll work out what the payment's gonna be between you guys. But yeah, all right, there we go, man. Got a nice showdown going for it. Justin says Duke and Arizona, my two favorite schools. One of those non-wager games for me. Yeah, I'm with you there. It leaves you in a weird spot. The good thing is like, I mean, Arizona's not just gonna roll over. The problem is that Duke is just so damn good. You know what I mean? Like, Justin, I'm saying the same thing that you are. Like, dude, Arizona's having a hell of a season, and they're playing great at the right time. But my God, Duke is so good. Like, Duke is so freaking good, man. Like, they're just absolutely Rob. Morning crew, finally made it. Dude, good to see you, brother. Good to see you indeed. All right, let's take a look here at Friday. Okay. Again, putting together a two-leg parlay here. Where would you go on just Friday? All right, Ole Miss, Michigan State, 3.5-point favorite. Total 143.5. Solid money lines there. Kentucky, Tennessee, 4.5-point favorite. Total 144.5. Solid money lines there. All right, Michigan and Auburn, 8.5-point favorite. Total 153.5. Money lines get a little out of control here. -400. Put you in that Duke spot. And then Purdue and Houston. Houston -7.5. Total 132.5. -137.5. Where would you go? It's got so much fun. It is fun, man. Like, you guys make it. And, like, that's what I love is, like, I love the morning show is we get our bets out there. All right. We set the table, have some fun, just talk. Everybody had a good night, good morning, start the day off right. and then we go from there. I love that we get to go twice in a day. Big Chicago Pat, 1999 super chat, man. Buy you a drink. This is the best. Brother, hey, let me say this. Thank you. Like, unbelievably thank you, my boy. And thank all of you, man. Huge, 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 huge. Thank you, Pat. You are the man. My man, Manzi Man said, all right, Michigan State, Auburn, Houston, moneyline parlay for me. Okay. All right. Michigan, Ole Miss is also in that quote unquote, how long they going to be here category, even though, I mean, they're what, a 6 seed? Like, Ole Miss, solid. You know what I mean? But I feel you. Michigan State's a quiet team, and especially you get what, minus 160 right there, on the money line price. That's definitely going to help a parlay. So I like that one. Rick, I'm sitting on a plus 550 Michigan State to make the Final Four ticket. Okay. All right. I like it. Let me pull up the stats here. And again, let's keep talking about this of what we have. Those are the games on Friday. 1 second here. All right. So here are teams in regards to betting. Okay. And the matchups and how they look. Auburn. All right. Look, just for example, right? Auburn is in the tournament 1-1 against the spread, 1-1 to the over. So just to kind of explain that, Michigan 2-0 gets the spread, 1-1 to the over. So you see it there. And again, not that this is the biggest, information in the world, because every matchup's different. But it just kind of gives you a little bit of a look. The biggest one's on the left. Favorites, 26-22 so far in the NCAA tournament against the spread. Overs, not as much. 20-28. We've had 28 unders and 20 overs. So does that change your thought process a little bit in regards to there? My man Aaron says Tennessee money line plus Michigan State plus Houston. Okay, that's solid. Tony, Michigan plus 8.5 and Tennessee money line. All right. Raymond, BYU Bama total over 175.5. Florida spread and Duke first half. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that at BYU Bama, because BYU is going to come out and be they'll want to be the aggressor. And Bama always stays, aggressive. I like that. I like that over. That's a solid look, man. I like that one. And look, I mean, BYU, 2-0 the spread, 2-0 the over. Boys do it. Curtis, I'm doing Auburn, Houston, and Duke. Super chalky, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, Curtis, my man, there ain't nothing wrong with going super chalk. I did it. Florida, Houston, and Duke, right? So I mean, me and you were kind of basically thinking the same thing. You just went with Auburn, instead of Florida. But I mean, super chalk's the way to go. In regards to looking at this for parlays. Zach, got a Maryland Sweet 16 and Florida Elite 8 ticket, so I have to go for Team Liddy. Sorry, Matt. Oh, that's funny. Michigan's a live dog. Hey, Michigan's good, man. Let me pull it back here on Friday's games. Michigan's real good, dude. Like, especially, I mean, coach staff, all that, man. We're good. Pat, thanks, everybody. Appreciate you all too. Love the pics you guys put on the Discord. Man, brother, hey, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. We appreciate everybody, And let me say this too, man. Like, number one, obviously, like the super chat, thank you a ton. But I also want everyone else to know, like, you know what I mean? Like, what Pat did, that's going, above and beyond for sure. I mean, you guys just hanging out, man. Like, being part of the crew. Like, even if you're not, a premium member, like, dude, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out. Like, you don't have to do anything. Like, if you just come hang out, hey, much appreciation. You know what I mean? Like, you're fully part of it. So, yeah, like, I don't want anybody to feel like, that like they have to do something or guilty. Like, no. Like, it ain't about that at all. If you're hanging out, like, you are in the fam, you know what I mean? You don't have to pay a penny, right? But above that, like above and beyond, people who drop, super chats and memberships, like, just understand it's unbelievably appreciated too. You know what I mean? Yeah, everybody for sure. Okay, what would be the upsets games? Oh, that's a great question, Kane. All right, upset games. There's always one or two. Yeah, there definitely are. All right, let me say. Randall, hell, I can't even buy him a drink anymore. I gotta watch the show. Hang out with Randall. He's funny. Yeah, we're a little busy right now. Oh, dude, it's tough. But you know what? There's a lot of work to do. Hey, you know what? We ain't afraid to do it. But yeah, like Randall ain't lying, man. That was tough. Uh, I love Mims, man. He's the best. Uh, okay, yeah. All right, Kane. I think you bring up a great question. Okay, let's just an upset win, right? All right. So here is Friday. Does Ole Miss upset Michigan State? I mean, look, I mean, you guys know my affinity for Tennessee, but if you're putting Kentucky in that category, I mean, Kentucky's already won twice and not relatively close either. Do I think it happens again? I don't know. But I'll say this, a common misconception in sports, especially sports betting, is that, you hear the phrase like, it's tough to beat a team twice. It's tough to beat a team 3 times. No, it's not. It's actually, it plays out way more that the team who wins twice, like they play, like same thing in college baseball, which by the way, let me just pull this off real quick. We have a live slate in college baseball tonight. So be here at 3 p.m. Eastern. Let me pull the picks back up for anybody that's jumped in, probably wondering what the hell is going on. And I'm not being negative on the Vols. I'm just saying statistically, analytically, all right, those, tough to beat a team twice, tough to beat a three times. Like, no, it plays out the other way. It's the same thing with doubleheaders. Generally, what happens in game 1 happens in game 2. But again, Rick Barnes is lethal when he has time. It's going to be a hell of a game. Tennessee, Kentucky is going to be a hell of a game. Now, Jason says it best. It's tough to beat a team 4 times. You only play them 3 times. That is true. I love it. All right, tonight we're on Draymond Green over 6.5 rebounds, minus 105. Warriors money line, Rockets money line, plus 100. And then Desmond Bain of the Memphis Grizzlies over 2.5 threes at plus 100 there. Sitting on Terps to the Final Four ticket plus 1,800, plus 450 now. Dude, man, if that happens, you found great value. Great value. Yeah, Kentucky 12-24 from 3 both games. Yep. Kentucky shot its ass off. Like, yeah, 24-48. I mean, they shot their asses off. Do I think that happens again? No, but it's happened twice. You know what I mean? So look, that's why we took, and let me pull the games back up. That's why we took Kentucky plus 4.5, because I think it's going to be a close game, right? If Tennessee were plus 4.5, I'd have taken Tennessee plus 4.5, right? We're betting a number on that one. I think it's going to be a tight game, for sure. Stripe says Kentucky won by 3 and 11 shooting to shot 30%, 22%. No, yeah, like, and that's another thing too. And during those. There we go. Knocking the microphone off. There we go. Yeah, like those were games to where Tennessee was in a really weird spot. You remember those games? There were a couple of games. What, dude, Stripes, what was it? I think Tennessee went like 3 of 31 from 3 of 41. Like, there were a couple of games where Tennessee was hardly disgusting from 3, and they've evened themselves out nicely. So I agree with you, man. Like, that's why that's why we bet Kentucky plus 4.5, because I think it's gonna be a tight game either way. I'm with you guys, man. All right, so yeah, back to the original question. If you're picking upsets, right? Does Ole Miss upset Michigan State? Kentucky upset Tennessee. Michigan upset Auburn. All right. Okay, so pick one from these 4. Ole Miss, Kentucky, Michigan, or Purdue. Put it in the chat. Who is the dog that wins in these 4? And then I'll pull it over. But again, drop it in the chat. Just pick one of these 4. Ole Miss, Kentucky, Michigan, Purdue. All right, let's go to Thursday. So, same question. You got to pick one of these 4 underdogs just to win the game. BYU over Alabama, Maryland over Florida, Arizona over Duke, Arkansas over Texas Tech. Which one? BYU, Maryland, Arizona, or Arkansas? It's fascinating. Japan says Ole Miss. Raymond says Ole Miss. Justin's got Michigan. Zach's got Kentucky. Rick's got Kentucky. Maddie, Auburn needs to figure out how to start first half a little bit better. 100%. Like, dude, they're playing with fire. They're playing with fire. I completely agree with you. Dan Clark, Kentucky. All right, on Thursday. Zach says BYU. Big Mike, Kentucky and Michigan. Okay. Stripes, Ole Miss. There you go. Liddy, BYU. Probably a smart bet. And again, is there an emotional hedge there? Maybe, probably, likely, but I think it's gonna be a close game, right? So yeah, Kentucky plus 4.5. Kyle, Kentucky, and this is underdog upsets happening. Underdog winning the game outright. Kentucky and Arkansas. The John Calipari special right there. Tony says BYU. Might fear the turtle. Yeah. Rick, Arkansas. Purdue. There you go. Raven, Arkansas. Just a chalk on Thursday. Dogs out and barking on Friday. Okay. I can see it. Arkansas. Kirk, BYU, Purdue, Ole Miss, Arkansas, moneyline round robin. Oh, okay. Jason, Arkansas because of coaching, I guess. Hey, Calipari's coached his ass off, man. Michigan. John says Arkansas. Big TJ, BYU. Tim, Houston, minus 12, and I picked my team. Yeah. Dude, Houston's so damn good. They're so good. They're so good. They are. I mean, obviously we know about the defense, but I mean, they don't get enough credit for how good their offense is. They just don't need their offense. Like, that's the crazy part, is that they just literally are like, well, we're fine. Like, we'll do what we need to do. They're unbelievable. Matt says Michigan. The alligator skin. There we go. Let's see. Will Houston fans travel? Tennessee, Kentucky, Purdue fans they'll definitely be out for us. I don't know how many Houston fans there are. Let me say this. Kentucky fans are going to buy a lot of these tickets. Tennessee fans are going to buy a lot of these tickets. Purdue fans will be there for sure. You're going to see a ton of orange and blue. There's going to be a ton of it. A ton of it. Oh, man. Yeah, Tony, MLB's Thursday. Oh, yeah, we got a nice show planned for Thursday, dude. Okay. All right. So those are all right. That's the NCAA tournament. We've got more. We'll talk more about it. All right. So let me put the picks up here one more time, and I'll put the stat up here one more time. We'll jump out of here. We've gone about 43 minutes. All right. Picks for tonight, and again, we'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern today with plenty more, plus college baseball. We've got a Florida State, dude, Coastal Carolina, Clemson. We've got a real live, dude, slate today in college baseball. So we'll be live 3 p.m. Eastern today. Break a lot of that down. Draymond Green over 6.5 rebounds. Warriors money line. Rockets money line plus 100. Desmond Bain over 2.5 threes at plus 100. Now, let me go back to the stat of the day for Duke here. All right, healthy Cooper Flag. Duke covering, man. Duke's covered spread 10 straight games with Flag playing. Monsters, absolute monsters, man. So just want to get ahead of that one there. Okay, so all right, we'll end it on this one here. All right. Where was it? Big Tony. Got to give you some love. All right. Let's not forget MLB Thursday should be a national holiday. Okay. So number one, we're going to be ready. All right. Starting actually tomorrow, we're going to be breaking it down for opening day. And then obviously Thursday morning, we'll be breaking it down for sure. Okay. Number two, I'm glad that you brought this up because let me set this down for a second. Major League Baseball. Let me holler at you. Okay. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. I'm not. All right. But I think I've got an idea here. And I think this would work. What you need to do is have opening day on Monday after the first round of the NCAA tournament. You have a national, global audience that is coming off an immense high and absolute, possibly the most fun weekend in sports. And then it is an immediate fall off a cliff. Have it opening day on Monday after tournament. You will organically raise your viewing and betting audience by so much more. Now, I certainly understand that Monday is not a good day for that. Just Monday through Sunday, when looking at television viewership, availability for people to go to games, I totally get that, right? It's tough work. Like, I get it. I don't care. People will find a way. All right. Having opening day the Monday after the first round of the NCAA tournament is a brilliant, brilliant idea. Okay. You will have massive viewership. You have people that are tuned in and you have them trained for 4 days. All right. To be on their phones, to be on their TVs, to be in sports bars, all of that. Okay. Monday. That's what you do. All right. You're not beating this internet. It ain't happening. All right. Because Monday is the day that we need to do it. You're not going to beat us, internet. There we go. Hit one. All right. If you got me. All right. Knock twice. Let's go. Ain't happening, baby. We live. All right. Yeah. You know what? I thought we were going to make it too. I almost got out of there early, out of the show early. So we tempted the gods. We tempted them too much. Oh, we went too long. We tempted them too much. Anyways, all right. So that's what we need to do, man. We've got to have Major League Baseball. You got to do it. All right. You got to have opening day on Monday after the NCAA tournament. You've trained the audience. All right. You've gotten it. You had it all set up, man. And like making them wait, right, is brutal. Have it on Monday. I think it's a good idea. You could steal it from me. You could take it. You can absolutely have it. Now, okay. We've tipped. Maddie said DraftKings got, yeah, they did. They said the remix. They hope you'll cash those tickets. Making me cough, laugh, man. Okay, all right, we'll get out of here before we test the internet gods anymore. But all right, Major League Baseball, do that. All right, do that. Indeed, it will work. It'll absolutely work, man. But all right, we'll see you live 3 p.m. Eastern today before we tempt the gods even more. So everybody, he said mannequin time. All right. 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you live, everybody. Much love to all of you. Have a good start to the day, and we will see you all soon. Thanks. Who's got it better than us?